don't know how much I really have to talk about today, but I might as well record something and talk and see what comes out of it, I guess. Things are going okay. It's getting more and more light out, which is nice. The weather's turning a bit better. You can get outside a little bit more, which is always good. It helps. Nothing worse than seasonal depression on top of normal depression. There's always that. It is kind of a bummer right now, like the trail that we always walk on, the Olympic Discovery Trail right next to our house, is currently closed for a couple weeks while they're doing repairs to take care of like winter potholes and other places where some of the trails collapse. I mean, it's good that they do that. It's good that they're taking care of things and repairing things, and it's really nice. But I mean, obviously, kind of first world problems. It does suck a little bit that we've got to do something else for a while. I mean, a small benefit from that, obviously, is that it's a little different perspective. I'm taking pictures of some different things, and so it's a little different scenery, which was always nice. But man, I love that walk along the strait. It's just gorgeous, and being able to see what you can see, the different animals, and there's a beautiful beach spot that you've seen me probably take thousands of photos of. That's a really pretty place to just stop and watch the waves and everything, and it's really nice. But I think I've talked about this a little bit on podcast, on Threads, and wherever else. Maybe it was just conversations that people were just talking with stuff. Oh, you're okay, buddy. We're getting close to the puppers' dinner time, so Flynn is getting whiny. But there's this, like, I've been having a hard time writing. It's harder to do. Some of it is I just haven't had a lot of what I feel like is inspiration. And some of it is I just haven't had that drive or that motivation to do so. And well, it's something that you enjoy doing that's difficult, because it's one of those things. It's like, oh, hey, I'm depressed. What can I do to stop being depressed? How about I do these things that I like? Oh, I can't do those things that I like. I'm depressed. But so interestingly enough for me, I guess, in a way, photography has kind of become a depression-resistant form of art and creation that I've been able to do. Because I can just grab the camera when we go out for a walk, or just grab the camera around the house, or when we take the dogs outside to play fetch, and I can take photos, and then I can spend the time going through the photos. I've been trying to get more into editing instead of just shooting like on the JPEG. Like the cameras that I have, they have some really neat things that allow you to do like in-camera like film recipes and like lookup tables and stuff like that, so you can adjust and do all your timing and everything that way. Flynn is currently trying to get me to play. He is always ready to play and always ready to do more, and I'm just sitting here, so obviously I need to be playing fetch with him. Here, we'll throw your fish. And now you're gonna hear him squeaking it probably. So, I mean, having dogs, like, that helps because they motivate you and they push you to do things. But the photography has been really good. And being able to sit down at the end of the day, go through the photos that I've taken, and edit them and look at them and see what I want to share, see what I want to post. I've started printing off more. I really want to have more photos of up around the house of stuff that I've taken, or that Erica's taken, that we've done together, like our walks or our hikes or adventures, whatever. Later this month, for my birthday, I turned 39, near the end of the month. Oh boy. We're heading back to the Oregon coast for a long weekend, so that'll be good. Right on the coast there, beautiful little place, get to watch the waves, take the dogs, stay in a nice hotel there. So looking forward to that, and taking camera, tripods, and stuff like that. I've got a couple camera bodies and different lenses now, so we've still got the telephoto for wildlife, maybe see if we can find some whales, stuff like that. and then just enjoying and exploring nature and just being in a place that we like to be. It's also nice living in a place that we like to be. It's amazing how much that can help. Like, I was starting to get into photography a little bit back in Idaho when we lived there, but when you live in a high desert and it's just a lot of sagebrush, it's hard to want to take pictures of stuff like that. Like, I mean, you can always find interesting things to take a photo of, and you can always find good photos, and you know, I'm sure there's some great photos out there of sagebrush and, you know, high desert stuff like that. So I'm not saying that there's not, but when you're not happy where you're living and when you're not enamored with the scenery around you, it's hard. And so it's kind of cheating almost here, where we are by the ocean, we are by the mountains, we are by lakes and rivers and forest and stuff like that, and it makes it easier. And then we randomly found out, because we moved here last summer, towards the end of the summer. Turns out everything... Flynn? No. We're not playing right now, bud. You're okay. He gets really demanding and pushy sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. He thinks I'm not doing anything, so obviously I should be playing with him. We found out that everything blooms, and so all the bushes that we had in our yard that we thought were just bushes and shrubs, turns out they're all flowering. I think I've taken some photos of them and shared some of that, and so you can kind of see those. There are a lot of reds and pinks and whites, and it's all really vibrant and pretty and everything, and it's nice seeing everything turn green again. But I mean, you still deal with depression, you still deal with all that kind of stuff like that, because it never goes away. And you just, because what else do you do? But like I said, photography helps because it still allows me a way to be creative and to do something that I like doing. But it's easier than writing, because instead of like coming up with the words and putting in the effort that way, it's when I'm out and about and I'm walking and I'm actively thinking about, oh hey, that's a cool stump, or I like that tree, or those really neat flowers, or look at those waves, or hey, like a bird, you know, stuff like that, or, you know, even taking pictures of the dogs. And I don't know if it's just a brain thing for me or what, but it makes it easier. And it's something that I've been able to continue to do, which is good, because when you're depressed and you can't do anything, there's nothing worse. Like, because I've been there, and I know a lot of people have been there, and I'm sure, you know, if you suffer depression or you've had depressive episodes or you get depressed, you understand. Because when you are depressed, you don't feel like doing anything. You don't do anything. You just kind of exist, if you can call it that. Like, anything that you were remotely interested in, you no longer have interest in. You sleep all the time. You want to sleep all the time. You just sit. You just stare off into space. You just doom scroll on your phone, or you just watch mindless TV. Like, if you enjoy reading, you're not reading. If you enjoy video games, you're not playing video games. If you like writing or doing whatever, you're not doing any of that. And I think sometimes people can get confused because it's like, oh, well, you're still working, so you're okay. No, we're surviving. We're doing what we have to do. And there's kind of that idea of like high functioning, and that's a part of that. And sometimes, like, well, yeah, great, if I don't work, I don't have a roof over my head, so it's a very different kind of thing. But it's like, it's so hard to explain appropriately, because yes, I can still do my job, but I can still be very effective at my job. I'm not as effective at my job because I'm depressed, because like I'm battling that. It's a lot easier when you're not battling against yourself to try to do things. But like when you're doing your job, it's more prescriptive. There's that kind of preset and predetermined thing. However, it's different because it's like when I was doing something I want to do, like if I want to write a poem or record a video or do whatever, it's it's self-imposed instead of externally. But even outside of that, like, hey, like having friends, like, we want to go do something this weekend, but you're like, oh, I can't get myself to go do that. Like, it's just, it's so much. I've already given so much. Like, you got nothing left to give. And that's hard. And I don't really have any answers for it. I've been through some therapy. I've been through medications. I need to get back into therapy. I need to see if maybe I was misdiagnosed or if there's something else going on or just who knows what. It could also just be that what I've been told is the truth and that's what it is, and that I do have treatment-resistant depression, that I've tried 6 or 7 different medications over the course of a year and a half, 2 years, and none of them worked. None of them did anything. And that leaves me with options I don't want to pursue, because you start dealing with hallucinogenics, which I don't want to touch. You start dealing with some of the brain magnetism or electroshock therapy type stuff, which I don't want to mess with. The cons for those outweigh the potential benefits for me. And I'll admit a part of that is because nothing else has worked, so why should I expect that to work? You know, like, my track record is 0 for whatever. Like, I haven't had a win on that front. And I have people ask me, like, so what do you do? Like, how do you get out of it? And the fact of the matter is what do you do? If I had that answer, maybe I wouldn't be depressed all the time. Or, you know, like, I don't know, any number of different things. But, so yeah, that's just me kind of talking, I guess. Seeing where I ended up, how I ended up. I do want to try to be doing at least a video a week. We'll see. I don't know. It's hard to hold myself to a set schedule when the act of setting the schedule sets myself up for disappointing myself, because if I don't do it, then I've failed, and then it's a catastrophic failure that trickles down and just ruins everything because I couldn't succeed at that. So clearly I can't succeed, and so you just, it's, yeah. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if there's anything to do about that. So when I've got the motivation to do things, I try to do them. When I don't have the motivation, I try to accept that, as long as it's something that I can get away with. Like, if it's not something that I have to do. I do have a poem that I wrote a little while ago. I'm still kind of working on it, still kind of not. I'm still trying to decide. I've been letting it sit for a few days now, almost, yeah, I think since like Sunday. Maybe Saturday. But it was one of the first times that I dreamt about writing a poem. And then I, excuse me. So I dreamt I was writing a poem, and then I woke up around like 4 in the morning and remembered a line. And it was kind of one of those things, it's like, should I really worry about that line? I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Got up and, went and used the bathroom, and then went to go back to bed, and as I was falling back asleep, I'm like, no, I should write this down before I forget, because if I don't, I will forget it, and I'll never do anything with it. And it turned into a poem. A poem that I've shared with a handful of people. I haven't shared it publicly yet, because I think it's something I want to try to get published. And a lot of places don't accept things that are previously published, including on like a website or social media. So it's not something I can share that way. And I've had some people tell me that they feel like it's complete, and I could push further if I wanted to. So I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. So I'm sitting on it, and we'll see how long I sit on it. But so it does happen. There is that. Been taking photos, trying to do more with that. Wanted to try to do more with the video stuff. I don't know what I want this to turn into. I don't know if I want this to turn into anything, or if it's more just kind of like a vlog, or like a video diary or something like that, you know, just kind of me talking and documenting what I'm going through and what I'm doing and just my life. And my depression and the things that I enjoy doing and don't enjoy doing. It might turn into something else. I have no idea. So for now, I'm just doing this because I want to and I can. And honestly, it does help to talk through things, even if it is just to myself on a camera. So, yeah. I think that's about all I've got to ramble on for now. So I'm going to go play a little bit of fetch with a whiny dog and then probably feed them soon. So if you watched, thanks. And see you next time I record a video.